Okay.
You ready? Okay, I call together the meeting for the VCPUSD School Board, and the time is 5 p.m. and a quorum is present. Is there any comment on the closed session agenda?
No comments.
Being none, we will recess into our closed session. Thank you. Okay. It is 6 p.m. and we have a quorum present. And this is the meeting of the Valley Center-Pauma Unified School District School Board. And we're going to have Sarah Songer lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Oops, hello. Thank you. And they're out of closed session, so we'll move to the approval of the agenda, additions, deletions, and any corrections. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion and a second?
I'll second.
And is there any discussion? Being none, let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Sr.? Aye. And Member Strove votes aye. Now to the best part here, recognitions and presentations for the Oak Glen VC Prep and the Employees of the Month, honoring Michelle Requelman. She's our Certificated Employee of the Month, and also Luz Salzar, our Classified Employee of the Month. Thank you so much. And when you're there, just go real close to that, because we're having an issue with it. Thank you, so we can hear you.
Now? That's perfect. Thank you, Madam President. Good evening, Board, Superintendent, and other guests. This evening I am so excited to present our two employees of the month for Valley Center Prep and Oak Glen High School. Our Certificated Employee of the Month, Michelle Requelman. Come on down. Michelle has over 15 years experience in education in Valley Center-Pauma Unified. During the last 3 years, I've collaborated with her on the Independent Study Program. I found her to be one of the most caring educators I've ever met. I still marvel at the depth of knowledge of the ins and the outs of the Independent Study audit. She knows every little detail about that very complicated process. I know I can always rely on her to coach me without feeling intimidated or plain dumb. Michelle's dedication to our students and staff at VC Prep is evidenced in her strong work ethic. Her unwavering commitment to our students is admirable, as she strives to provide them with a comprehensive support beyond their academic needs. She understands the student as an individual, and she kind of strives to figure out, how can I meet your needs holistically? She listens patiently to their concerns. She figures out what it is that motivates them. Michelle shows compassion when she's working with our secondary students, in particular when they're trying to obtain a high school diploma and it just seems unsurmountable. Michelle epitomizes the quintessential teacher. She's supportive, trustworthy, and dedicated to empowering our students to become successful and productive members of the Valley Center-Pauma community. One of her colleagues shared with me, I am so grateful for Michelle with her endless patience, definitely, and her dedication to VC Prep's teachers and students. She's incredibly committed and is always ready to help in any way she can. And yet another one, Michelle is a dedicated educator who consistently demonstrates a strong work ethic. She takes great pride in her work and is meticulous in every task she completes. She's highly motivated and devoted to her students, providing them with every opportunity to excel. With her experience and commitment, I feel that she is a model employee. She's truly a valuable asset to our school community. Both students and staff are fortunate to have her at our school. It is my pleasure to recognize Michelle Requelman as the Valley Center Prep Certificated Employee of the Month.
Hi, I'm Michelle Rickhelman. I'm very proud to be a Valley Center prep school teacher because I was there when we were one classroom at Oakland High School, where 3 of us were working, and we've slowly grown to, we went to the Thompson House, and now we're at our current site where you'll get to see in our presentation how much bigger our school is than a one-room classroom. So we were actually called Independent Studies School, Valley Center Independent Studies School originally, and now we've become Valley Center Prep School and the Falcons. So, you know, as independent study teachers, as alternative education teachers, we have the greatest jobs in the world because, you know, all students are unique and special, but we get students that have, you know, unique needs that are not, you know, they're not being very successful at the traditional sites for different reasons. So we get to work with them, try to find what works for them to help make them successful. And, you know, our goal is always to get them to graduate and whatever their goal is after that. So thank you very much for this.
Thank you so much for your heartfelt work for those students. It's special.
Oakland is also blessed with the best bilingual instructional aide ever, and that is Luz Salazar. I do want to thank Dr. Bitar for selecting and sending her over last year to OG. Luz is simply amazing with our students and our staff. Her influence on our students is not solely on the academic level, but on a more personal level, almost like a family member, auntie, grandma, right? She treats these students with dignity and compassion. As a former teacher and adult educator, Luz brought a depth of experience and knowledge to Oak Glen that reignited our passion for teaching and learning. Weekly, I can expect an article, a lesson plan, or a note, or simply an idea about teaching and learning in my email box from her. Normally, it leads to our discussions, reflecting, thinking about our work with students, thinking about the work that has to be done, and thinking about how we are a learning community. We are a community of learners, not just teachers. Whether she's working with students in the counseling office or inside the classroom, her work with our students has been nothing short of exceptional. Tailoring her schedule to meet the demands of our English language learners, she tutored herself in algebra in order to support our students. I got scared when she did that, but she did. The amount of assistance that she provides during her short hours at our school is packed. Never a dull moment, never waiting for something to do. The initiative she has is unbelievable. Staff shared with me, Luz is a colleague that blends her highly qualified teaching approach and compassion and empathy for students and our community. The manner in which she quietly demands excellence and decorum draws out the best in our students. Often, for the first time in high school, these kids are asked to have a certain level of excellence just by this quiet, seemingly very low-key woman. Somehow she brings it out of them. Her spirit of service to our students and staff and community is only outdone by the grace in which she adapts to the challenges of our diverse student body of English learners. As a colleague, I am grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside Ms. Salazar and appreciate her as an exemplary example of work ethic and integrity. Oak Glen is grateful for your service to our learning community. Thank you, Luz.
This is the hardest part. I'm okay with the student. Get nervous talking in front of so many peers. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alicia. I really don't deserve such incredible words. You know, after 50 years or so in education and different countries, different jobs, I have to say that this one has been my favorite. I really, really enjoy working with the people that I work at Oakland. Everybody's wonderful, the students as well. And I should take this opportunity to thank whoever answered the phone last year when I called to ask if I could volunteer at one of the schools in Valley Center, and the person says, "We have a job, do you want it?" I thank that person every day, so whoever it is, let me know. It's such a pleasure to work with these kids and see their eyes sparkle and when they realize that they finally understand something and that they can be successful in spite of their limitations with the language. So it's such a pleasure. I love everybody I work with. I love the students. And Alicia, you're the best. You're always supporting me, always, you don't run away when you see me coming with with all my crazy ideas. So it is a pleasure to work in this district and in that school, and thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and it is a true joy and pleasure and blessing to have both of you working with our students and enhancing their education. Thank you for that. And at this time, if you came just for the awards and recognitions, well, nope, is she gonna give her? After she presents, then you may go. But let's listen to the wonderful presentation. I jumped the gun a little bit there. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
You go.
All right, there's somebody in charge on my staff, so I don't embarrass myself, right? Okay, good evening. Again, thank you for having us. I'm going to share a little bit about our independent study program. I thought it would be a great opportunity to let you know who these people are and what they do. So, to begin with, I do have to thank Mr. Halewood for his excellent digital media production skills. I didn't know that was his past life. I was really embarrassed at first, but then they said, "Oh no, that was what he used to do." I said, "Okay, I'm not embarrassed anymore." So, again, thank you, Mr. Halewood. So again, good evening to members of the board, Superintendent McCowan, and guests. My name is Alicia Grafe, and I am privileged to work alongside the VC Prep Independent Study Team. I am honored to provide you with a spotlight on Valley Center-Pauma Unified's Independent Study Program, VC Prep. Now, currently, a couple of statistics I wanted to share with you. We serve about 90 students, and that does fluctuate a little bit because depending on the time of the year, depending on the grading periods, we may get transfers from our own schools, from our elementary schools, and from the high school. Other times we just get new students that have moved into Valley Center and they prefer to be on the independent study program. And we have some that actually leave the area. So it kind of fluctuates. When I first arrived about 3 years ago, there was 120 students that we were serving. So taking just a quick look at who are our students, give you some percentages there that you can take a look at. It's reflective, I think, of the community in the area. The alternative school setting for students is a once-a-week opportunity for students to come in for an hour, get tutoring, get their assignments, work with the teacher if they'd like to. The students can show up during a regular scheduled appointment, and they meet for the hour. Some of the students show up other days of the week for extra help. The flexibility is what draws many of our parents and students to this program. Students are enrolled for a variety of reasons. We have some that have some health issues that really cannot be in your comprehensive schools. We also have students that prefer to work on my own. I want to work ahead. I want to get it done. I don't need to go to a classroom 5 days a week, etc. So we do offer a variety of, there's a variety of reasons that we have students attend. Now, students are expected to study at home as well. About 4 hours a day is the approximate time that we give them. That way, 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, 1 hour with the teacher, coming in, visiting, and getting the assignments, getting the assessments. At the high school level, our students study they take one course basically for 3 weeks, and they move on to the next course. And this keeps them in line with the high school so that they have the same amount of credits. Our educational rights holders, or our parents, are a vital component that's partnering with parents, and it's amazing to see when I am at Oak Glen High School and I come over to VC Prep. It's an amazing thing when you walk into a classroom and you see the parents and the kids and the teachers. It's pretty amazing. It's very different than the comprehensive high school. Now I want to introduce to you our primary teacher, Dion Beeson, and she's going to share the spotlight with a 3rd grader named Lupita and a 2nd grader named Kevin.
Hi, my name is Dion Beeson, and I am the elementary school teacher here at Valley Center Prep. I teach TK through 6th. My students have full access to my library that they can borrow books from. I encourage the students to find something they enjoy reading, find a genre or a book series that they like. A lot of my kids like the National Geographics or nonfiction. Having kids pick books that they enjoy helps them encourage that love of reading, which we need to learn. Some of my students will spend a couple hours every day with me. I actually gave my 6th grader his own desk. He comes in, a couple hours every day. He has little task lists that we use. We have a discussion of what he wants to accomplish today, because that's something we're working on, is being able to start and stop at appropriate times. So we talk about what we want to accomplish, and then he marks off his tasks. Some of my students need additional support. I have extra resources to help them learn in comprehension and in writing. It's my 2nd year here. I absolutely love helping the kids that sometimes struggle learning in a normal setting and want to explore other ways to access their curriculum.
Hi, my name is Lupita. I really love being here because my teacher's really nice.
It's Kevin, and I love going here because every time I pick my prize when I do my homework.
I love being here because I get to help students. And I get to help and tailor everything I do to an independent, individual. So I follow the curriculum, but I get to do games that are going to help them specifically. And I can cross grade levels. So Lupita is just an amazing mathematician, and Kevin is amazing with his language. And the two of them, even though they're not on the same grade level, can grow from each other so much.
We're the best duo.
That little guy's a hard act to follow, I tell you. Now, the two of these students they didn't know each other. And once they began attending on different days to Mrs. Beeson's class, they became like BFFs. And their parents now know each other. And the ladies are setting up play dates for these two kiddos. But the fact that they can help each other with mathematics and language arts is fantastic. And Ms. Beeson is amazing for doing that. Next up is our secondary team, which consists of 3 teachers. They all have very different styles. And lastly, our IEP students, they benefit from our speech pathologist. Whoops.
Hi, my name is Sarah Santibanez. I am a teacher here at Valley Center Prep School. I teach grades 7th through 12th. This is my 3rd consecutive year, but 5th year total teaching on independent study I absolutely love working here. The staff is wonderful and all of our kiddos are just great to work with.
Hi, my name is Flaylee Patterson. I've been at VC Prep for 3 years. I've found that it's actually a lot better for me. Like learning, I can focus on one subject and I can actually learn and like be able to put my time and effort into something instead of just quickly moving through subjects throughout the whole day. I've also found that the flexibility is really nice. I can have more downtime to hang out with my family or be with my dog, and I like to draw, so that's also a plus.
Hi, I'm Stacy Sanger, and I am one of the 9th through 12th grade teachers here at Valley Center Prep School. And I think I've been here for about 9 years, and one of the things I just love is that we are able to meet the needs of so many students who haven't been successful in traditional settings, whether they're behind or have some medical concerns or even job conflict. We're able to work with them one-on-one and help better meet their needs and help them graduate.
Hi, welcome to my classroom. My name is Michelle Rakelman. A lot of my students call me Miss Michelle. I've been an independent study teacher here at Valley Center Prep School for the past 18 years and our lead for the past 10. I teach all grades, all subjects, TK-12, but primarily our high school students. So this is our classroom. My students tend to come in for their appointment, but often they come more than 1 day a week so we can kind of work on anything they're struggling with. And a lot of my caseload, I have a lot of our Native American students because I know a lot of their families and I work at the reservations after school. I've worked at the Sam School Education Department for about 17 years and the Rincon Education Department for close to 8 years. So I've built a lot of relationships with our families, and our students. So a lot of the students come see me and we work on stuff after school too. So yeah, this is our classroom. Kids can come in, work on this side. I'll see appointments on the other side. But I have a lot of siblings who'll come in so they can sit at our bigger tables and work on whatever subjects they're working on together. And yeah, this is our room.
My name is Shayla. I'm a student at Valley Center Prep School, and I have been here since 6th grade. I am currently a sophomore, and I really like it here because it helps me with my schedule, helps me move things around a lot. I can come whenever I would like. Miss Michelle's really open to me changing it up a lot. I also like the one subject at a time because it helps me get everything done, and everything is really flexible here. I also like that it's not really, there's not too many kids here, so I don't get distracted a lot. It's more one-on-one than an open classroom, and I really just love the environment and everything overall.
Hello, my name is Latisa Omandio-Chola. I am the speech language pathologist for Oak Glen, VC Prep, and I'm also itinerant. I've been at VC Prep, I believe this is my second or third full year, but I'm usually all around the district helping out, whichever sites need additional help. I actually enjoy and love being at VC Prep. We have a wonderful staff, and also our students are very enjoyable to work with.
The relationships that these teachers develop with students and the families is priceless. Through the good and the bad, they know these families well. Our VC Prep team creates a learning environment that suits the needs of our families. That's the beauty of independent study. And with that, I'm going to leave you with a big thank you for all of your support.
Thank you for your great presentation, and everybody for coming. Thank you so much. And that is definitely needed, and thank you for raising the bar with that program. We really appreciate it. And at this time, if you came just for the presentations and acknowledgments, then you may leave or you may stay for the rest of our board meeting. We appreciate you coming. Thank you. We'll take a minute or two. Thank you. Blessing to our family. What? We will move on to our meeting, and do we have we received any requests to address the board?
No request tonight.
Okay, so being none, we will move to our consent agenda. Do I have a motion?
This month, it was my job to review the purchase orders. I have had my questions answered, and I move that we approve the consent agenda along with updated personnel listings.
Okay, all right, thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
Okay, being a second, is there any further discussion? No. Being none, let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And Member Stroh votes aye. Moving forward into the superintendent's division.
All righty, thank you very much. Do we have the clicker?
Do we have a clicker?
All right, well, we're gonna get things kicked off right off the bat here. These are our two Poetry Out Loud winners from the high school who then went on and competed at the county level. We have Ricky Ghosh on the left there. He took second place at the county competition. And Kendra Weaver, who took third at the county level. I believe, and Mr. No, I've got a head cold, and it's kind of affecting me just a little bit here. Mr. Little, I believe Kendra was first in our competition, and Ricky was second, and then they went to the county competition, and they flipped. So both of them very well-talented orators, and we're proud to say they're from our high school. Next slide here is kind of something that I never knew about till I became superintendent, and that is at the elementary level, we celebrate 100 days of school, and so you can see our young ones dressed up. I definitely dig the gray mustaches, and so they had a lot of fun at Lilac. And then we also had the same kind of celebration over at the B school. Really, I showed up on accident on this day, and some of the teachers, I didn't even recognize who they were when they were dressed up to be 100 years old. I know the kids really love it. It's just kind of a fun thing. Also this month, we have our school counselors month, and so we wanted to say a thank you. We have a picture of all of our school counselors up there, and very proud of the work that they do helping our students. And this counseling can be everything from academic to social emotional needs. So one of the things that have come out of COVID, which is really nice, is we have added to our counseling crew, and that's been a nice addition to our schools. So that's kind of what went on this month. We had a lot of other fun activities, but I just wanted to highlight those for the board, and we'll look forward to bringing more of them back to you next month.
Okay, thank you so much. And we'll move on to the Education Services approval of the updated EL Master Plan. Do I have a motion on that?
So moved.
Okay, moved by Member Benjamin, and is there a second? Second, and any discussion on that? Okay, being none, let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And Member Stroh votes aye. To B, approval of the updated EL reclassification criteria. Do I have a motion on that? Okay. Member Kolb Senior makes a motion. Member second?
I'll second.
And Caputo second. Any discussion? No further discussion. Let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Kolb? Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And Member Stroh votes aye. Moving into summer school planning.
Excellent.
Superintendent, yeah.
Thank you. Good evening, President Stroh, members of the board, Superintendent McCowan, staff and guests. Tonight I would like to provide you with an overview of our proposed plans for the upcoming summer learning opportunities that our district will provide. We have a great tradition in our district of offering a robust summer school with learning programs focused on meeting the needs of our students and families, but also trying to provide additional enrichment and expanded opportunities. And our plan is to continue that tradition into the coming summer. Here you can see an overview of our planned summer offerings and proposed calendar, which includes our summer school learning session for students grades 1 through 12, paired with our extended school learning programming, our migrant summer program, and our extended school year program, also known as ESY. Some of our summer school programs will be overlapping, as you can see, and some will be standalone. The feedback from our school community has been to minimize the gap between the end of the regular school year and the start of our summer programs. This proposed plan addresses that feedback and starts our student programs the Monday of the week following the last week of school. So a very quick transition. This allows for families and staff to transition quickly and still have a true summer vacation after our programs conclude, minimizing potential absences and conflicts that may occur for families. Our learning program is focused on boosting and strengthening skills and concepts for our students so that they transition successfully into the next grade level in the fall. At the high school level, most of our courses are in the credit recovery area through a system that we use during the school year called Imagine Learning, formerly known as Edgenuity. Career education and certification courses are also something that we're planning to provide. And then boosting up our AP, or advanced placement preparation for students, and math readiness is something else that we're looking into. And then short courses for invited ninth graders that kind of benefit them in that transition into their first time coming to high school. Summer services are a key element of our migrant education program, providing clear supplemental services to students and the opportunity for extended learning time to fill the gaps caused by students' mobility and any disruptions that may arise during the school year. Designed to support students to maintain skills they have learned as part of their individualized education plan, or IEP, our district provides an extended school year program, or ESY. A team of committed teachers and support staff and service providers hold in-person opportunities to continue education of students with IEPs from preschool to transition services tailored to those students' individual unique needs. The Expanded Learning Opportunities Program, or ELOP, provides summer extended learning programs that focus on the interests of students through hands-on, engaged learning experiences. This is a partnership that we've developed now with our Boys and Girls Club, who we will work to continue with during the summer, who will provide those programs for grades K through 6 in the afternoon following those days that we have summer school. So this allows those families who, during the school year take advantage of that additional support. When we have summer school, those families can then continue that into the summer. These extended opportunities also partner with our other summer extracurricular and athletic camps and things like that that take place throughout our district and in the community. As in previous years, we will run 2 school sites, one for elementary students and one for middle and high school students. At this time, we are beginning the process of identifying the students who could benefit the most from this summer boost. We're looking at the staffing opportunities for our teachers, putting together busing and other supports needed for a successful summer. As you can imagine, all the things I said take a huge team coming together. Administrators, our district staff, teachers, and then really the families that work with us to make sure students attending and taking advantage of these programs. Thank you for your support as we move through this planning phase, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.
I want to say thank you for that report. I remember way back in the day, Jerry Fenton and I were huge. We went to, at CSBA, some of the conferences and information on how important it is and how it certainly bridges that gap. And it seems like we have just moved forward in a really positive way. And I know last year made huge strides. Isn't that how it seems to be?
Absolutely.
Keep moving. Do we have the Boys and Girls Club connection last year with
So
that?
we did. Last year was actually, I think it was the second year. So this will be the third year where that partnership will continue.
That's great.
And the feedback we get from families is, you can imagine there are a lot of families in our community who are still working during the summer. They don't necessarily having the summer off. So having their children be able to have a full day while those families are working and then picking them up a little later in the day is hugely beneficial.
That is great, because I know that was our
and
big thrust with our whole board.
Something I didn't mention too, that is that for those families who are in need, that's at no cost to them.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Any other questions or comments? Thank you. That's exciting, moving forward in a positive way. Okay. We're good? Okay, moving forward into approval of the district calendar for 2024, 2025, and 2025, 2026 school years. Do I have a motion for that?
Also move.
Okay, and a second?
I'll second.
Okay, and is there any discussion on that at all? Anybody have any? Okay, being none, we'll vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Culp Senior? And Member Stroh votes aye. Public disclosure to increase the substitute teacher daily rate of pay. Do I have a motion for that? Okay, thank you. And a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on that?
I do have a question. So is this just to open the conversation, or have we already decided what we want to increase it to?
So what we're doing
Sorry,
I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
what we're doing at this point is, during COVID, we went and had a temporary increase in the sub rate, and now we're making that the sub rate that we're at.
Okay, so staying at what it currently is,
Currently
but
is.
making that permanent.
Correct.
Oh,
So now it's permanent.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense.
Okay, anyone else have anything? I think that's a great way to move forward. And do I have a, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, we did check around the county, and our permanent is competitive enough that we'll be able to get the subs that we need to get.
Okay, good, good.
Okay, and let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And Member Stroh votes aye. Moving on to C, proposal revised job description, Director of Child Nutrition Services. And do I have a motion on that?
So moved.
Okay, and a second?
I'll second.
And any discussion on that? It was a good thing, move forward?
Yeah.
We'll vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And Member Stroh votes aye. Okay, moving on to the summary and recommendations for action on compensation for district executives. This matter is held in an open session at a regular meeting of the board in accordance with the Brown Act Government Code 54953. Subdivision C3 states, prior to taking final action on an executive compensation, the board must orally summarize the recommendation for the final action on salary, compensation, and fringe benefits that will be considered. On behalf of this board, I will provide a summary of compensation provisions and in the proposed amendments of the employees' contracts for the district's assistant superintendents, chief business official, and superintendent. After public comment, this board will consider and take action on these items. The proposed addendum of each of these contracts would provide members of the district's executive team with a 10% salary increase at the same effective date as provided by this board to all other classified employees, teachers, and other certificated employees and management employees of the district. All other aspects and provisions relating to the compensation of the current employment contracts between the board and its executive employees would remain in full force and effect. Do we have any public comment on this action before we take final action?
No, we've had none.
Okay, being none, okay. Approval of the amendment of the employee agreement for the following executive level employee of the district, Superintendent Ron McCowan. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And is there a second? A second. Any discussion? Being none, let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And Member Stroh votes aye. Approval of amendment to the employment agreement for the following executive level employee of the district, Assistant Superintendent Mark Halewood. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
A second?
I'll second.
And any discussion? Being none, let's vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And member Kolb Senior? And Member Strove votes aye. Approval and amendment to the employment agreement for the following executive level employee of the district, Chief Business Officer Michael Aviles. A motion?
So moved.
A second?
Yeah.
And discussion? Being none, Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Kolb? Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior, because I looked right. And Member Strove votes aye. Okay, and Craig, yeah.
I was gonna
I
say.
whizzed
I'm
right,
like-
I'm whizzing by.
I think you missed G. Yeah.
You should have elbowed me.
No raise for you. Just kidding.
No
Sorry.
way. Uh-oh, we may get fired.
This is very embarrassing.
Here we go. Okay. Sorry. Approval of the amendment to the employment agreement for the following executive level employee of the district, Assistant Superintendent Craig Weblemo. Is that how you say your last?
Yeah, Wiblamo.
Okay, Weblemo. Okay, got it. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All right, and is there any discussion?
No.
Okay, voting, Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And Member Strove votes aye. All right, moving on to advanced planning. Wow, this is good. There will be an open session special board meeting on Tuesday. It's February 27th, 2024 at 5 p.m. at the VCHS Media Center right here. And it is for the governing board applicant interviews and appointment. So that will be on the 27th. And the next regular meeting will be Thursday, March 14th, 2024 at 6 p.m. in the VCHS Media Center. And we will go work for adjournment right now with a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second?
I'll second.
And any discussion? Being none, we will vote. Member Benjamin?
Aye.
Member Caputo?
Aye.
Member Kolb Senior? And Member Strove votes aye. And meeting is adjourned.